Well, hey there, YouTube. So, on my A Challenge to Anti-Gay People video, I've gotten a lot of comments of, well, God doesn't like homosexuality. Bible says it's wrong. And so generally, to these people I pose, well, number one, prove to me there's a deity. Number two, prove it's your deity. Number three, prove it's your interpretation of your deity. So let's play with this a little bit. I am no longer Raven Blaze, the big gay superhero, awesome queermo atheist. We're going to jump to a parallel universe. Hi there, YouTubes. My name is Raven Blaze, and I am a Morlite Presbyterian ally to homosexuals. When I was growing up, I thought homosexuals were dirty, nasty, and disgusting, but then I started hanging out with my atheist godparents, well, my atheist godfather and my agnostic, now Buddhist godmother. And when I got into college, I became friends with a lot of people of, sorry, I gotta plug in my computer, a lot of people of diverse backgrounds and diverse walks of life. And some of those people just happen to be gay. And so I came out as an ally. And, you know, I love my gays, and I love my trans folk. And at one point, there was the Midwest Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, Transgendered Ally Queermo Questioning Collegiate Conference. And I went to a workshop called Good God, Good Sex. And it was put on by a Morlite Presbyterian minister. And, you know, I'd been raised Presbyterian. I was raised, baptized, and confirmed Presbyterian. And you know, with being an ally, there was a little bit of a disconnect between loving and supporting my gay people because they're totally awesome and my faith. But at that conference and at the workshop I specifically went to, that Morlite Presbyterian minister explained just why God loves his gays, and that certain verses are taken out of context. And you know, over the course of this channel, with my Advice to Parents series, I've shown numerous other churches who love and support their gays. And like how Ruth and Naomi were a beautiful lesbian couple, and I mean Boaz was just kind of a sperm donor. Or about how Jesus never said anything about the gays. And about how those verses in Leviticus, well, I mean, look at all those other verses in Leviticus. A lot of the verses in Leviticus are about don't do things that the other cultures at the time were doing, because, I mean, that wasn't the time when the Jews were traveling around a lot. They were coming in contact with a lot of other cultures. And basically, God was saying, don't worship like them. And in some of those verses, in some of the other context around those verses, well, the Jews that was a big time of slavery. And what man shall not lie with another man as he does with a woman, in some contexts, in some ways of seeing it, that was like, because one male would have to take the submissive position to another male, and that was seen as unfair, unequal. Basically, don't be like a chick. And in the book of Romans, a lot of that is also very similar, of don't be like a woman because women are below you. So I guess it's more about patriarchy than it is about homosexuality. But anyway, so I am Raven Blaze, the Morlite Presbyterian. And I've seen in like some comment sections of atheists, like they say, okay, well, number one, prove there's a deity. Number two, prove it's your deity. Number three, prove it's your interpretation of your deity. And I guess I want to pose a challenge like that to all my fellow Christians who don't like their gays. Well, you know, I'm a Christian, and I feel the hand of God on me, and I feel His love around me. And I mean, so obviously I believe that there's a deity, and I believe it's God, Yahweh, the Christian deity. But why do you guys not see the love of God for His gays? Because, you know, I mean, God never said anything. Jesus especially never said anything about a loving same-sex relationship. And I mean, there are couples in the Bible, like Ruth and Naomi, Daniel and the head of the eunuchs, that centurion and the special servant that Jesus healed. I mean, if you actually translate the word for servant that's used when it comes to the story of the centurion, it doesn't mean servant per se, it means beloved. So that was probably that centurion's partner. Because, I mean, if you look at the culture at that time, homosexuality was to some degree accepted in either the Roman or the Greek culture. Yeah, I think it was the Roman culture. Because that would have been after the time of the Greeks, I think. But yeah, so this one goes out to all the anti-gay Christians out there. I'm a Christian. I'm a more like Presbyterian. We're one of the more progressive denominations. So please, Christian to Christian, tell me why God doesn't like his gays, because when I read the Bible, I don't see it. And yeah, back to regular Raven Blaze, but that's what I pose to you. If you're a Christian, tell another Christian why your interpretation's right. I just jumped the first 2 hurdles for you. Now you just have to convince a different Christian of a different denomination why you're right and they're wrong. Peace out, YouTubes.